This is Global Ummah Unity, faith, history, and truth in one voice.
Have you ever wondered why your textbooks skip important Muslim scientists? Why are the creators of algebra and surgery omitted? The truth can be uncomfortable, but it's essential. Today, we uncover 5 Muslim geniuses who changed science, technology, and philosophy. Their stories are crucial chapters in our shared human narrative. First, let's talk about al-Khwarizmi. Born in 9th century Persia, he was more than a mathematician, he created algebra. His book laid the groundwork for modern algebraic equations. Al-Khwarizmi introduced the algorithm, a term you know today. Despite his impact, he's overlooked in favor of others like Pythagoras and Newton. Next is Ibn Sina, known in the West as Avicenna. He thrived in the 10th and 11th centuries. His medical encyclopedia, the Canon of Medicine, served as a reference for over 600 years in Europe. He diagnosed diseases and developed clinical trials. Despite his influence on both Muslim and Christian scholars, his name rarely appears in Western medical history. Now, let's explore Ibn al-Haytham, the father of optics. He developed the scientific method before Francis Bacon existed. He proved that vision occurs when light reflects off objects, contradicting Greek beliefs. His book of optics reshaped our understanding of light and lenses. Yet, Western schools often credit figures like Galileo and Copernicus for these ideas, disregarding his contributions. Moving on to al-Zahrawi, the father of surgery. Living in 10th century Islamic Spain, he revitalized surgical practices. He invented over 200 surgical instruments, many still used today. His work included detailed illustrations of procedures. Modern education rarely acknowledges him, even though he transformed surgery into a respected science. Lastly, there's Jabir ibn Hayyan, or Geber. He's a pioneer in early chemistry, then known as alchemy. He created acids and refined distillation long before European chemists. Jabir emphasized systematic observation, vital for today's chemistry practices. Ironically, Western histories often credit later European figures for chemistry's development, ignoring his groundwork. So why are these influential figures omitted from our education? Colonial narratives often rebranded science as a Western invention. Contributions from Islamic, Indian, and African scholars got sidelined. This rewriting of history served imperial interests. However, their knowledge endures in calculators, hospitals, and even space technology. Today, reclaiming their legacies is a cultural awakening. Historians and creators are revisiting these pioneers. Their works are being translated and studied anew worldwide. Social media and documentaries amplify their contributions. Understanding their impact fosters pride in our collective history. These scientists' ideas transcend borders and religions. These 5 Muslim scientists are not just forgotten names. They show us that innovation knows no boundaries. We must share their stories, not only for justice but for inspiration. Because history isn't complete without them. Let's honor the truth, and let their legacies shine. Join us in the global Ummah unity. Have you ever questioned the absence of Muslim scientists in your textbooks? The names behind algebra, surgery, optics, and chemistry are often ignored. This uncomfortable truth needs exposure. Today, we uncover 5 Muslim geniuses whose brilliant contributions shaped science and technology. These are not mere names, they're vital pieces of our shared human story. First, let's talk about al-Khwarizmi, the father of algebra. Born in 9th century Persia, he developed algebra as we know it. His book laid the foundation for modern equations. He also introduced algorithms, impacting technology today. Yet, his name is overshadowed by Western figures like Pythagoras. Next, we have Ibn Sina, known as Avicenna. This polymath lived during the 10th and 11th centuries. His medical encyclopedia, the Canon of Medicine, influenced European medicine for over 600 years. He introduced clinical trials long before they became standard. Yet, his monumental work isn't recognized in Western history. Then there's Ibn al-Haytham, often called the father of optics. He pioneered the scientific method centuries before it was formally recognized. His discoveries about light and vision transformed our understanding of optics. Still, many schools credit figures like Galileo without acknowledging Ibn al-Haytham's influence. In 10th century Islamic Spain, al-Zahrawi revolutionized surgery. He invented over 200 surgical instruments, still in use today. His detailed illustrations in his encyclopedic work guided European physicians for centuries. Despite his impact, modern medical education often overlooks him. Finally, we have Jabir ibn Hayyan, known as Geber in the West. He pioneered early chemistry, focusing on systematic observation and experimentation. He introduced acid compounds and distillation techniques. Ironically, while chemistry flourished due to his work, Western narratives often ignore him. So, why are these remarkable scientists erased from our textbooks? Colonial and Eurocentric perspectives often refresh history to claim Western superiority. This has sidelined contributions from Islamic, Indian, and African scholars. However, the knowledge they shared persists in our technology and medicine today. Reclaiming their legacies matters. Educational platforms and historians are revisiting these pioneers, translating their works. Social media amplifies their voices, leading to a cultural awakening. Understanding their impact fosters pride in Islamic history and emphasizes global contributions. Let's delve deeper. Al-Khwarizmi also influenced geography and astronomy, creating early maps. Ibn Sina detailed over 760 drugs, addressing various ailments in his medical texts. Ibn al-Haytham's work laid groundwork in both optics and motion study. Al-Zahrawi's surgical innovations became essential in medical practices. Jabir paved the way for modern chemistry with laboratory techniques. So why are these crucial details omitted from Western curricula? Often, this was a deliberate attempt to uphold Western superiority during colonial times. It became easier to erase non-European brilliance than to credit them. Thankfully, progressive institutions are changing this narrative, but we still have work to do. These 5 Muslim scientists represent more than just forgotten heroes. They demonstrate that innovation transcends borders. Their ideas not only powered ancient civilizations but also continue to shape our world today. Let's honor their legacies, for history isn't complete without their stories. Encourage education that illuminates their contributions.
Thanks so much for watching this video on Global Ummah Unity. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep uncovering the untold stories of the Islamic world. Together. See you in the next one, inshallah.